My name is Jason from Sow the Land, and along with growing food, starting a homestead, I show you some of the things that I build. And today I'm going to show you how I built this pull-out platform couch inside this vintage AIRSTREAM. So what I've did so far is this is the back of the sofa or couch. I'm using some 2x2s. I drilled this part in to the wall, and all the walls are made out of aluminum. I made sure I liquid nail and then also drilled it into the wall. And so really this is to bump it out to make this a little bit straighter. And I think it'll just make it a lot easier in the long run when I'm starting to build the rest out. Okay, I was just dry fitting this. Now I want to put it on there, install it on there, and I'm using some liquid nail to make it a little bit more stronger than just using a screw. Up top and then on the bottom. Now for the other portion of the couch or platform bed is this part is going to pull out. So essentially I'm just making a box here, same process as this couch. Here I'm making the actual pull-out leg for the pull-out couch, and I'm making it a little bit shorter. They still have to install the flooring, and so that raises the flooring a little bit, so I made it a little bit shorter when you pull out. So since this couch is going to pull out, I ended up doing a round over on my router on the areas that I felt like it was gonna get caught as this was moving out and in. All right, for the corners, check this out. It's like a ruler to make round corners. You put it up against the corner and then you tighten these little knobs. It bends with the corner and then you tighten it, and then you go all the way down the line and you tighten it until you form that shape that you want. For the end piece, I ended up bumping it out a little bit. I ripped down a little piece, about a 1/4 inch, to bump off this wall piece, because when you lift this up, I was just afraid that it would maybe drag or like maybe hit this end piece here. And so by bumping it out, it gives it a little bit of space right inside here, so it won't interfere with this opening and closing. All right, I finished this couch. I'm building out this couch for a friend of ours. They wanted to be able to pull out and maybe have a little bit of sleeping area and also some storage. So here I put 3 hinges and this lifts up, and then I put this bar here to give it a little bit more support. And also we left some space open in here. The top here does not open up, and we're still trying to keep this very simple and very minimal. But a lot of the times when you're building out on something like this, it's harder to keep it simple because you also want it to be sturdy, because this is a couch. You're actually gonna sit on it On the edges here of the plywood that I used, I trimmed out all the edges, and you don't necessarily need to do that. For me, that was really just for aesthetic. And I guess also for the wear and tear over time of these edges. Plus, I just like the way it looks. It gives it a more finished look with the trim pieces. The pull-out couch area, I added these minimal handles here, and then on the other side, so when it's closed, you could be able to lift it up, and you could use it for storage. This 2x2 board that's inside here, these slats are attached, every other one is attached to that board. And then you have your hinges, so this slat is not attached to this front part here, but it is attached to another 2x2 that goes into here. When you pull this out, this 2x2 moves underneath it all because it's attached to these, and then you could push it back, lift it up. So yeah, I'm happy to show you this build in this vintage AIRSTREAM, which is pretty cool. I've always wanted to work on an AIRSTREAM, which is pretty neat that I was able to get this done. You know, some of these builds that I show you guys on our YouTube channel, such as some of these bus builds that I work on, and even some vans, you know, sometimes I'm not able to show the final finished conversion. And that's simply because I don't do this full time. This is just something that I work on these things, and I do these things occasionally. When I don't show like a final version of something that I work on, it's because I'm just not working that day. And so this is just one of the things that we do here since moving out and starting our own homestead, is I just build stuff. I just want to build cool stuff. But if you like these videos, you can share these videos, subscribe to our channel for future videos. And my name is Jason from Sow the Land. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time.